Hello, today we look at the important lesson, a unit reproduction, class 10. We have already discussed in 10th class, there are 10 units are there, nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, coordination, reproduction, this is the reproduction, coordination life process, heredity, our node and concern, and last one is natural resources. Today we are discussing 6th unit, class 10, state syllabus book. So here we need to understand about the basic concepts of reproduction. So here in plants and animal, reproduction is a necessary life process. Reproduction is a life process. So it is a necessary life process for continuation of its race and to give birth to the young ones. So reproduction helps the animals and plants continuation of its species, its race, its population. So that is called as an important life process. So reproduction is important life process. Next, so reproduction is of two types. So in plants and animals, so we observe reproduction is of two types. So they are number one, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual. In asexual reproduction, there is no involvement of gametes. So here two parents are not required. So in a single parent, without fusion of gametes, it can give birth to a young one. It can give an young one, and that process is called as asexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction we can observe in amoeba, paramecium, yeast cells, flatworms, and also planarians. So these animals, they perform what? Asexual reproduction. Next, sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, there is involvement of gametes. So male and female species are they required. So thereby both the parent they produce what? Gametes. So there is involvement of gametes, there is fusion of gametes, and finally we observed after fusion of male and female gametes, zygote is formed. So that is called as a sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, there is involvement of parents and there is involvement of gametes, and finally they can give what? Young ones, and that is called as sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction we observed in mammals, reptiles, and aves. Like that, many animals, terrestrial animals, most of the terrestrial animals, they perform what? Sexual reproduction. Oh, we discuss what? Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, and information regarding what? Reproduction. And now we are going to discuss about what? So what is the mode of reproduction in case of human beings? So on the green board you are observing, so one side this is left side, and right side you are observing what? Male reproductive system and also female reproductive system. So sexes are separate in humans, and male they are having what? Male reproductive system, and female they are having female reproductive system. And this is male reproductive system. All of you see this diagram, and here you see what? The structure of the male reproductive system. So while talking about placental animals, in case of human, special reproductive organs are developed to carry out what? Reproduction. So here we are looking what are the parts of male reproductive system. So this is the diagram, and here you see male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, 1 and 2, a pair of testes, and in the testis vasa efferentia are present. Here vasa efferentia are present, tube-like structures are present, and and this vasa efferentia open into called as this is called epididymis. So here seminal vesicles are present, and they produce sperms, and sperms they enter into vasa efferentia, and this vasa efferentia open into epididymis. This is called as epididymis. First, testis, a pair of testes. Next, it consists of what? Seminiferous tubules are present here in the testis, and they open to vasa efferentia, and these small tubules they open into epididymis. So epididymis is a coiled tube-like structure that is present at the back of each testis, and this is called epididymis. In the epididymis, sperms are lodged and sperms are stored. So here sperms are stored in epididymis. So we discuss what a pair of testes and seminal vesicles are present, vasa efferents are present, and they open into what epididymis, and epididymis is called as it is present in the posterior part of the what testis, and it is useful to store what sperm. And from here epididymis arising a long tube-like structure. This is a long tube-like structure that is called as vas deferens. That is called vas deferens. This is called vas deferens. And vas deferens finally they enter, they reach what here, and here it open into urethra. It open into urethra. Both the vasa what deferens, they open into urethra, and urethra open outside. So here in this passage we can see the presence of what seminal vesicles, seminal vesicle, a pair of seminal vesicles, and also a pair of Cowper's gland. Cowper's glands also present here. Prostate, this is prostate gland, a single prostate gland, and Cowper's glands also present here, and seminal vesicles are present, and all these are the parts of what male reproductive system. So in examination you may get a question like that. So describe human male reproductive system with the help of a label diagram. At that time you need to draw this diagram, and you need to explain the parts information step by step. Thereby you will get what 6 marks, long answer question. So we discuss what are the parts of male reproductive system. A pair of testes. Testis consists of what seminal vesicles, and vasa efferents are present, and they open into epididymis. Epididymis is called as it is useful for storage of sperms temporarily, and it extends and as vasa deferens, and it is useful to carry sperms, and finally it ascends to the above abdomen and looping around the ureters. These are called ureters, and finally they open into urethra. And here during the process we can see the presence of some accessory glands, and they are called as first seminal vesicles, and Cowper gland and prostate gland. Cowper glands are 2, seminal vesicles are 2, prostate gland is 1, and we can see the presence of exactly duct. All these are the parts of male reproductive system. So here 2 testes are present, and testes are present in scrotum, and this is called penis. So at the center of the penis urethra is present. Urethra is present, and these are the testes, and testes are present a satellite structure that is called as scrotum. In case of males, testes are present outside the abdomen, and it maintains low temperature of the body. So here testes maintain low temperature when compared to the body temperature. 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade is less, and low temperature they are maintaining, and they are present outside the body, and that low temperature helps for the formation of sperm and release of testosterone hormone. So testes are producing what testosterone hormone, that is called as male hormone, and that male hormone is necessary for what formation of what sperms. So in case of male, when they reach 13 to 14 years, and these testes are producing what testosterone hormone. In the presence of the testosterone hormone, and here what some cells are present, germinal epithelial cells are present, and they undergo mitosis and meiosis, and finally testes, in the testes, and millions of sperms are produced, and this sperm they after formation of this sperm they enter the vasa efferentia, vasa efferentia to epididymis, epididymis to vas deferens, vas deferens to finally they pass through urethra, and through urethra the sperms are passed into the body of female at the time of copulation. So in this way large number of sperms are released in the body of female during copulation, and these sperms are called as male gametes. They are called as male gametes. Today we discuss what topic? Human male reproductive system, and also the parts of the male reproductive system. Now we need to discuss about what the sperm cell. This is called a sperm cell. This is called a sperm cell, and here the sperm cell is present. And I told you, males they are releasing sperms when they reach what puberty age, that is adolescent age. So after when they reach 13 years adolescent stage, and testosterone hormone release, and in the presence of testosterone hormone and testes are producing a large number of sperm, and sperm is called as a male reproductive cell. And here this is the structure of sperm cell. This is the structure of sperm cell. A sperm cell consists of three parts mainly: head, middle piece, and tail. So here a sperm is having three distinct parts: head, middle piece, and tail. And head and middle piece is connected by means of a small neck. And head consists of what? Haploid nucleus. This is nucleus. And above the head we can see the presence of a sac-like structure that is called as acrosome. And that acrosome is useful to penetrate into the womb at the time of fertilization. And this is middle piece. And middle piece consists of large number of mitochondria. And these mitochondria are producing what? Energy. In the presence of this energy, these sperm they propel in the body of female, and finally they may reach the ovum and perform what? Fertilization. And this is called tail. And tail is also useful to propel the sperm, and finally it may reach the fallopian tube, and finally it may fuse with the ovum. So this is what sperm cell. And males they are releasing your sperm when they reach adolescent stage, when they reach 13 to 14 years. And this is the structure of sperm cell. So we discuss what? Male reproductive system and also female, male reproductive system and also sperm. And now we are going to discuss what? Female reproductive system. So here female reproductive system is different. In case of females, these two ovaries are present. First I am explaining you what are the main parts of female reproductive system. A pair of ovaries, a pair of fallopian tubes, uterus, vagina, and functional mammary glands also included with female reproductive system. So these are the parts of female reproductive system. So what are the parts of female reproductive system in examination? And this is important question. These two figures are important figures in examination. Many times these questions are asked. Describe, explain female reproductive system with the help of a label diagram. Describe male reproductive system with the help of a label diagram. Draw well-labeled diagram of human sperm cell. Like that in examination are getting question. So these are very simple question, easy question, and you need to read simply, and finally you may get this information by reading once or twice. So here you see the presence of what? Female reproductive system. Female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries, a pair of fallopian tubes, and this is called uterus, and this is called as vagina, and functional mammary glands also included with female reproductive system. In case of females, ovaries are present in the abdomen, just below each kidney. And when a female gets adolescent age, puberty age, and that time these ovaries they are producing what? Tiny cellular bubbles, and they are called as fallopian tubes. Sorry, they are called as ovarian follicles, and these ovarian follicles undergo maturation in the presence of estrogen hormone, and at the center of each graphene follicle or ovarian follicle consists of what? Ovum, egg, and these graphene follicle, mature graphene, they may reach the what? Periphery of the ovary, and they release the sperm into the body of the female in the abdomen. That is called ovulation. So ovulation is nothing but release of ovum or egg into the abdomen. In case of female, is called ovulation. After ovulation, the ovum is collected by means of a funnel. So here, this is what? Fallopian tube. At the outer, this is the funnel part, and this funnel part is having what? Fimbriae, and it is useful to collect the ovum, and the ovum enter into the fallopian tube. So there are the two fallopian tube. But in case of females, every month one ovum release either right side or left side. It alternates between the two what? Ovaries, but not two ovum are not released in a single month. So first, if in this month, if a ovum is released from this part, this side, and second month this this ovary is active. It also releases what ovum. It alternates between the two ovaries. Like that, in case of females, ovulation takes place, and this ovum enters the fallopian tube. And here, if that female is having married, and that time, if she may have what copulation, that time males release sperms to body of female through vagina, and this sperm they may enter through cervix to uterus, and they may enter into the fallopian tube. So if at all there is ovum here, this sperm it what fuses with the ovum and leads to formation of what zygote. So here zygote formation takes place in fallopian tube, but not in abdomen, but not in uterus. After the formation of zygote, the zygote it look like that a ball-like structure, and this ball-like structure move downward, slip downward, and it gets attachment in the walls of the uterus of the female. And in case of female, uterus is a thick muscular sac, and it is inverted pear shape, and the inner wall of the uterus is having what endometrial layer. When a female get menstrual cycle, and that this endometrium undergo what it grows and it develops, and finally it is ready to receive what developing zygote or embryo. So this is called endometrial layer. This is called uterus, and this uterus open into cervix open to vagina. So here in the uterus, development of baby takes place. This zygote undergo mitotic cell division, and it is producing what some membranous structure. They are chorion, amnion, allantois, yolk sac. Like that, this developing embryo producing what some membranous structures. These membranous structures are helpful for the growth of the baby in the uterus of female. So we need to understand about what are the membrane structures produced by the zygote. So here zygote is producing what chorion, finger-like projections, which get attached to the uterus wall of the mother, and from 12th week of pregnancy, you see placenta is formed, chorion and some of the tissue of the uterus of the mother, and it form a special what bridge-like structure, that is a placenta. It is formed from the 12th week of pregnancy. It is an important structure, provide what nutrients and also receives what waste material from the developing what embryo. From 3rd month of pregnancy, embryo is called as fetus. So here first one is chorion, and next one is amnion. So here around the baby. So clearly we can learn all these development stages in the coming year 2024 and 25. And today we are discussing what only the main parts of the female reproductive system and what are the membrane structures. And second membrane structure is amnion. And amnion is having what amnion fluid. So in the fluid, amnion grows, develops. Amnion and amnion fluid protect the developing embryo from what mechanical shock injuries. And you can see the prints of what allantois. And yolk sac eggs foldings of embryon unite at the allantois to form a long tube-like structure that is connected to the what finally it forms as what an umbilical cord. It is also important structure. Umbilical cord. Next, yolk sac. Yolk sac has no role play in the developmental stage of mammals in case of placental mammals. So we discussed what 4 membrane structure. What are they? Chorion, next amnion, next allantois, and next yolk sac. And after that, so here total time required for growth of the that is the embryo takes place in the uterus of mother 9 months or to 80 days, and that is called as gestation period. After gestation period, head of the baby comes turn toward the what cervix part, vagina, and later labor pains takes place, and contraction and relaxation of the uterus takes place, and finally baby is pushed out of the uterus of the mother, that is called as childbirth. So after childbirth, you can see again mother gets what pains, labor pains, and then you see total yolk sac, total membrane structures are flushed out of the uterus of the mother, that is called as after birth. So after birth only, so child what here females are getting what a yellow straw color fluid, secreting yellow straw color fluid from mammary gland, and that is the colostrum. Colostrum should be given to the developing what should be given to the newborn baby. That develop what body immunity power. So today we discuss in this video what are the parts of female reproductive system, and uh, what are membranous structure, and what are their functions, and what is gestation period. Total time required for embryonic development is about 280 days or 9 months. After that only female can give birth to young one, and that is called as childbirth. And after childbirth also labor pain continues, and finally total membranous structures are flushed out. That is called after birth. And after birth only female produce what a straw colors fluid material from the mammary gland, that is called colostrum, and that should be given to the baby immediately. We develop what body immunity power. Okay, now we are going to look once again the overlook important points of the male and also female reproductive system. And this is male reproductive system. I already told you a pair of testes, seminal vesicles are present, vasa efferents are present. This is epididymis, and it is called as a it is useful to store sperm temporarily, and this is called vasa deferens. And ejaculative duct are present, and also seminal vesicles are present, and copper glands are present, and prostate gland is present. And these vas different, they open to in the what this is called urethra. In case of urethra, it is useful to pass urine as well as sperm, and that is called as urinogenital duct. In case of male, testes are present outside the abdomen. It maintains low temperature 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade, and that is useful to produce what sperms in case of male. And this is female reproductive system. Female reproductive system is of a pair of ovaries and fallopian tube, uterus, and vagina, and also functional mammary glands also included with female reproductive system. That is basic information regarding what male and female reproductive system. And this is sperm cell, and sperm cell consists of three main parts: head, neck, middle piece, and tail. And that is basic information regarding what male and female reproductive system consists of humans. Thank you.